but we have to know that which jungle we are in. And we should have the ability to go back and forth so that we know that our direction is right. There are people who are very good at attention to detail. There are people who are very good at the big picture. But we need both. Similarly, long-term and short-term is required. Long-term is important because this is where we want to end up. So we need to know where we are going to go. So we have to have those longer-term goals, whether it is for our life, for our career. But at the same time, we need to take care of the short-term. Because if we do not take care of the short-term, there is no long-term. Similarly, analysis and synthesis. We need to look at the components and we should be able to synthesize and make something out of it. It's like making 1 + 1 instead of 2, 3. I can share with you what we look into leadership and how we develop leaders in our company. These are the 6 dimensions or elements of leadership that we look at. And this we expect from each person, whether it is a receptionist or the president of the company. Of course, the expectation level is different. And the first one is the ability to develop others. That how we are able to help other people to learn. The other one, working in teams, collaborate, cross-functional teams, cross-border teams, working with customers and suppliers, taking interest of all the parties rather than only for yourself. Engage, not only engage yourself, but how you engage other people to get things done. Change. The way the world is changing, we should always be flexible and adaptable to the change, but also we should be able to anticipate and change ourselves and people around us. Of course, we do not go very far if we do not perform. So whatever is the task at hand, we must deliver that. And lastly, develop self. As I said, that the way things are changing, we have to continuously invest in ourselves to make sure that we are at least walking with the world. We need to learn faster so that we can be ahead. One thing that we ask our colleagues, our people who work with us, is that performance is one thing that helps you to keep your job. It's delivering the results. What you committed, you deliver. The other one is image. That what kind of image that you generate. It's the brand that you are. It's about the energy that you show. It's the edge that you show. It's about the exposure. So going ahead require all 3 things. It's not good enough that we are just delivering results. It's about exposure. It's about the networking, this session that we are having here today. It's about doing projects out of your normal activities. We all know world is changing. We have seen change in the last 10 years. We are seeing changes during last decades. Let me share with you a couple of thoughts. I'm sure that you know about this, that the top 10 jobs in 2010 were not existing in 2004. This really opens our mind that what we are learning and what we are aspiring, that we want to do this, we want to take that position or that position, that is not important. Because the things that will be available in next 10 years, we cannot even think about those. And we know that currently what we are preparing people for, those jobs do not exist. So in our schools and colleges and universities, if we are preparing people for some position or some specific job, that job does not exist. So we need to have completely different mindset. We are preparing these people for technologies which do not exist. And we know that the technologies that we are using today, those were not freely available only a few years back. And unless we learn and keep up to that, we will fall behind. The amount of technical knowledge is doubling every 2 years. And that means that whatever our students are learning in schools, in colleges, in the four year, the first 2 years what they learn already become obsolete in the last year. The world is changing. We know there are a number of change drivers. Let me share with you the few one that we understand. One is in the area of demographic, growing population, urbanization, aging population. It's not only a problem for the developed world, even for the developing world, we will have 3 times more older people in next 10 years what we have today. These brings new challenges and new opportunities. Similarly, economy, the way economy is developing throughout the world, the way things are changing rapidly, the way middle class is emerging, their demand, their aspirations are different. Globalization is affecting all of us, wherever we are, whether we are somewhere in a small village, we are directly affected by the globalization. There is huge constraint on the resources, whether it is water or energy or the food source. It's concern about the environment, and it's not only for the developed world, it is as much important for a developing country like Pakistan as it is for any advanced country. And of course about the technology, that the pace of change is so fast that we need to keep up with that. It's like walking on the escalator when instead of the one which is bringing down, you are going on that. So it's when you are walking on that, it's not good enough that you are walking at the same speed. You have to walk much faster to keep up. Well, these are the few reflections that I had from my life as CFO or as a CEO. I don't believe that I can say that been there, done that. There is too much to learn, and I'm quite certain that there are people sitting here in this forum who are much more smarter than myself and much more successful than myself. It's all about reflection, learning from each other. I hope that I have shared something useful with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sayyid Azhar. The reason I've asked you to stay on is we'll be breaking for tea, but just before we do that, there's obviously a token of our appreciation that we need to extend out to you also. So we're going to go ahead and break for tea, but before I do that, I'd like to invite Mr. Abdul Hamid Chaudhry, who's the past president of ICAP, to join me on stage. We'd like to give you present a memento of our appreciation for your time here. So if the past president of ICAP could please join me on stage, we need to give Azhar Saab and the past president a very big round of applause. While Abdul Hamid Chaudhry Saab comes onto stage, I'd like to announce tea is served. And for those of you, we've got a very big group, so it's going to take a little while. The doors will open up. मैं आपको बता देती हूँ चाय कहाँ है. If you exit these doors on your right, opposite the registration desk, you'll see an arrow pointing to a carpeted staircase, 26 stairs, I'm told, and you go up the staircase and take a right. That's where the tea is. So if you'd like to stretch your legs and also head out there, we'll have a 30-minute tea break. We're running a little bit behind schedule, and in the interest of time, if you could use this time very wisely to also go ahead and network. Can we please give them a very big round of applause? And Azhar, please just take a seat. May I please also invite the guest of honor, Mr. Hussain Dawood, on stage, and please receive a memento of our appreciation. Please give Hussain Saab a very big round of applause also. And obviously, both these gentlemen will hopefully also be joining us for tea. The questions and the commentary and the debate that you had, please use this time. Half an hour, 30 minutes is a tremendous amount of time to use wisely. Exchange your cards and get to know what they have to say.